She's strong because the Father will become the Son, and the Son shall become the Father. His strength will become your own. He will see your life through your eyes, as through the Word you have seen His. Like, she understands that there is somebody that knows exactly how she's feeling.
Yeah.
You're never alone. There's no such thing as alone. The world will take everything from you. Death, suffering, money, pain. It will take everything from you.
Imperious
It will take.
Real quick, Savage said something very interesting here, and I gotta agree. Jenny should get $500,000 if Anthony can get 500,000. I think we all
Exactly.
can agree. Whether we support Carmelo Anthony or not. That is true, Savage. I gotta agree with you on that one.
If Rittenhouse can get $1 million, she can get $1 million.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who it is.
Yeah.
Like, Rittenhouse didn't go to bar. Rittenhouse went to bars with his T-shirts on, holding his whatever. Jenny's never done anything. Anything.
Yeah. 651 Mitt. Jenny, when you know, unfortunately, her husband was he did not survive an automobile accident, and I just received the word or the information about a couple hours ago. I was very distraught. This is not like a traditional show. This is actually an outpouring of love and support, prayers and condolences, and obviously donations, so that she can cover her funeral, cover the funeral expenses and other expenses. And this is the least, it's not. I wish we could do more, but today and tomorrow I will do a support show for Jenny. But Jenny is at home with her son right now, 651. But unfortunately, her husband is no longer in this realm with us. But Imperius is saying some incredible things about the spiritual world. But yeah, that's what has happened. Guys, thank you guys so much, guys. We are at the $4,000 mark on the GoFundMe. 651 Mitt with the $100 super chat. And by the way, guys, all super chats go to and Barnabas is correct to a degree, but YouTube does take 30%. But whatever you send over, man, is much appreciated, and all the money sent over is going to Jenny. Mitt, thank you so much for the $100 super chat. Says say less, got you. And Synthetic Future Entertainment with the $10 super chat. Then shall the dust return to the earth. That's what Imperius was talking about. As it was, and the spirit shall return unto God who gave it. Interesting. Thank you so much, guys.
There's a Catholic.
BD says, "Who's Jenny?" Jenny is a day one BD, strong supporter of the channel, friend. She's done her own shows on the channel, and her husband has passed away in a car accident. And and again, we love Jenny so much because she's such a wholesome person, and her and her husband were a young couple, and this is very devastating. But yeah. Yes, she's called into the she's a day one supporter. Yes. Thank you so much. Let me see. Go ahead, DJ Genesis. Go ahead.
I just posted it up on my channel as well.
Oh, thank you so much.
And I put the GoFundMe there. Anyone from my channel that wants to donate, please go and give this young lady some support. They just had their child.
Yes. I believe MJ is maybe 6 months old. Probably.
It was October, CT. October.
Yeah, October. Yeah.
Oh wow! So that's awful, and man, we just need to give some prayers up. Man, I'm so sorry to hear that. That's terrible, and so I just wanted to just let my audience know that if you can see the GoFundMe on my page, go ahead and give something for this family. And I wanted to also just let you know how beautiful your audience is, because man, like, they come through in a crutch. You know what I'm saying? The
Yeah,
the fact that I'm seeing these numbers on here, the love and support, and then that was raised for her, that's beautiful.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so much love, everybody.
Moxie says the baby is a newborn. Everyone, please make a donation, whatever you can give. Uh, DJ Genesis, I don't know if you don't know Jenny, but she's a young woman. She's 24, 25.
Oh, she's only 24.
Yeah, deeply, deeply religious. And I've said this before. When I see Jenny, I see Jesus. To be honest with you, and it's only been a handful of people in my life that have professed to be Christian, and I see Jesus. And she's one of these people. She's done evangelical work, and she has her own channel, and she knows the Bible, and you know, and so this is very tragic, but this is probably the greatest test in her life, and particularly at a young age. To be honest with you, man, so.
Well, I lost my child's father when you
Mm,
know, well, it wasn't to a car accident, but it was to, drugs. And,
mm,
and the part that's so scary about losing a child's father is that man, you feel kind of hopeless, like, man, you know,
yeah,
'cause there's so much future, you're planning, and then so it could be very tough. So that's the reason why you know, I could have went on any other live and talked about stuff, but this one, when I saw that,
yeah,
with the family, I said, let me just go ahead and just go ahead and put this up, because I've been there with the death of my child's father. He
yeah,
wasn't married, but there's still, a certain thing that goes with
yeah.
that.
You know, with me being, I'm pretty sure the rest of you guys being relatively older than Jenny. Jenny is the type that you look at her and she's very wholesome, and then you just think about, man, at 25, I was a complete degenerate, and then you look at a person like that and say, man, I wish I could have been like how Jenny is, and that's why I just love Jenny so much, man. Because it's like it's a constant reminder that, man, I can do better, even as a 40-year-old man, just looking at somebody who's significantly younger than me. So her going through this is, man, it's gonna be it's gonna be wild, right? Obviously, but this
Then
is
it's the
something.
eternal,
So go ahead, go ahead,
the
go ahead.
eternal, the eternal philosophical question of why do bad things happen to good people?
And yeah, 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 yeah,
But again, that question can only be answered is there something more to that? If we don't believe that the bad things, then what does it all matter? What does being good matter? And Ginny doesn't believe
And
that.
period. You know, it says in the word of God that it will rain on the just and the unjust. Ain't nobody exempt.
Yeah. Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah. Remember what is it? I thought, God, I'm trying to. Is it Mark or Luke that he talks to Peter on the water, and Peter and asks why? Why do you let your people suffer? Why do you let me suffer? And he says, I don't make you suffer. I make the pain happen so that you're closer to me, so that you understand
yeah,
me. Because the tests that make us human are the tests that remind us that the love that we give each other is the things that unite us. The thing that united her with her husband is that the love that they had for each other and their child.
yeah,
And that the love that she's going to continue to give in her life to the people that she sees every day is how she's going to continue to live his life. CT, there's an old Catholic hymn. God, I'm trying to remember it. It says something. Those who dwell in darkness are thankful for the sunlight. Those we who live, we who die are thankful for his gift, thankful for his love.
yeah,
Because CT, like all who live, all who die will come to know his glory, CT. And
mm,
see, her husband knows his glory. Like what? That's the thing. It's yes, we're mourning, we're sad because of our limitations.
yeah,
But remember, in the old times, CT, it wasn't a time of mourning. It wasn't only like I know we're sad. We're sad for her. We're sad because what the world, how it can affect her because of the lack of what he could. But that's where we have to lift her up. Where
oh yeah,
we have to replace that now, those worldly concerns. But remember that, CT, She's the love that she's going to experience from him is eternal, because it doesn't just end. CT, remember, what did Christ say? When two or more are gathered together praying in my name, there I am in their midst.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah. Oh yeah. I forgot which Bible verse or
Does she
chapter.
have
Yeah.
does she have an email or a text that I could like hit her back, in the back? Just let me know what that is, and I will reach out to her as time, like later on, not today, but as time goes on, woman to woman, say, hey, listen, you know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, I see people saying some certain stuff, but the bottom line is that I understand from a mother how it is to go from, you know,
I put
one
it in
thing.
the private chat for you, DJ Genesis.
Thank
Go
you,
ahead.
and I want
Yeah.
to be able to support her. I'm not going to stay here too long, but I just wanted to like at least show support, and I'm going to just let this play on my channel to like if
Oh
anyone
yeah.
wants to give anything to support this young lady, because that is, that's a very tragic situation, and we want to like support. People want to support other things, but like we need to support this. So much love, CT.
Oh, thank you so much, DJ Genesis.
Thank you.
Let me see. Moxie, thank you so much. American Man says, CT, can I get this 90s nostalgia up out of here? Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Yep. If you believe it's necessary. Duwale says, God takes his own good believers earlier than non believers. Mm, interesting.
because remember, it's quality over quantity, because the things that he probably did through his life were more effective in positive ways, and greatly look at what's happening now. Millions of
Yeah.
people die all the time and no one cares.
Yeah.
Nobody cares, and that's something we have to all think about, right? Imagine all those families, nobody cares. You know. So, like I said, the fact that we are care, we should memorialize. We should be thankful. We should be there for her, and that's the thing. It's no longer a mourning of what has been. It is a more. It is now a question of what are you going to do. That's all. Because you can't. Even if you're an atheist, you can't sit there and change anything now, right? CT. If you don't
Yeah.
believe, you can't. But what you can do is affect reality now, right?
Yeah. You can right now. Yeah. EAE says, I'm a subscriber to the scientific method, evolution, and I'm an atheist. But Jenny is one of my favorite people to talk to. She is so elegant, and I learned a lot from her regarding how to properly conduct oneself. Um, her husband, young guy, 25. Man, that's wild, man. Damn. Yeah. Yeah. That is absolutely wild.
There was no like foul play afoot, right? Like it wasn't like a DUI from the other person or something,
It
right?
seems
It
like
was kind of just a tragic.
from the information I have, it was just a car accident. Just one of
Okay, all
those.
right.
Yeah, unfortunately. I wonder. OG says your platform, the biggest idiots on YouTube. Naturally, you increase their microphone. Okay, I don't know what you're talking about. Let me see. American Man says 90s nostalgia.
You're gonna get these stupid people in the chat. Fine, you know
Yeah,
what I mean. It doesn't matter. It's like I said, these are trolls, and that's fine. I appreciate it, but again, CT, the thing is all of the people that are actually listening. It's what you guys do. So
yeah,
uh, again, like we're all here for entertainment. Like everybody here, plays their part, and we all play a role and stuff. But the show doesn't exist without people that are actually like have established it and helped found like the
yeah,
foundation of the show. You know,
Yeah,
like
man,
there's
and
people.
this is life. We go through. Everybody goes through something, and death is gonna happen. And so now, we just see that. We all human. You know, it's gonna
Yeah,
happen. We all got
like,
that date, and we don't know when it is.
and that's why Ginny would tell you to eat. Everyone reflect how she does. Live her life every day as it's your last, because everyone's gonna atone for something. Do you feel bad? Like I feel bad sometimes when I like cut off or someone cuts me off and I get pissed and yell something. We should all understand that in the end we're gonna atone for how we live. And like this man seems like he lived a good life. But remember, all of us are going to atone for how we live every single day. All the things we do, just as Ginny does. That's why she lives the way she does, because she truly believes that she is going to be a product of the balancing of the scales. And what greater effect on that her husband or her that she could have if just one person, one of us that's listening right now, helps the life of somebody in need. Because remember, just like when you say something to somebody, that one person says something to another person, and that number, and it spreads exponentially. It's the law of exponential returns, CT.
Yeah.
So anyway, I gotta hop off for a little bit. I'll try to be back later. But
Thank you so much,
everyone,
man.
if you guys just mention, even if you guys just mention the GoFundMe and put her story, put a post on X of the link and who Ginny is and the way she affects people.
Yeah.
Just everybody saying something puts a word, and the exponential returns of people saying something grows the amount of people that just giving 10 cents. If a million people give 10 cents, it's
Yeah.
exponentially large. So
Yeah.
I'll try to be back, CT. God bless you, Jenny, again. And everyone in chat, you pieces of trash, you better give something or I'm going to destroy each one of you that come up here and try to claim any morality. I'm going to destroy you. I will put that out. Any one of you that come up here that don't give something, from now on, I'm going to ask every person on this panel, if you say something, you will be asked, did you give something to Ginny? I'm going to crush you. Thank you, CT.
Thank you so much, Imperius. Wow. Imperius coming through, man, with high level religious discourse. Guys, thank you so much. Atticus says, please support Ginny and her newborn baby. Everybody is putting the GoFundMe in the chat. Thank you so much. Positivity is definitely coming your way. So many people have donated. We are almost at 5,000 on the GoFundMe. Individuals have sent over PayPal's, Cash Apps, super chats. Of course, Nas just sent over a super chat for $10. Says, stuck with the fam today, not by choice. Don't really know what's happening, but Ginny is our Christian sis, so have support. Yeah, Nas, Ginny's husband, unfortunately passed away in a car accident. He was a young guy, and we're sending our condolences and prayers. Ginny is a newborn. Excuse me. Ginny has a newborn son, and she is going to need as much prayers and condolences and donations as possible, and for funeral cost and for moving and other things of that magnitude. So shout out once again to you guys. Nah, salute to you, man. Thank you so much for the super chat, buddy. We got Skywalker in the back. I don't know if he's there. Skywalker, you there, buddy?
Yes, sir. I'm here. Can you
Oh,
hear me?
okay. You don't know. Yeah, Jenny, right?
I've heard of her. I've listened to her show
Oh.
for a long time. I've heard of her, and I just wanted to send my condolences. Um,
Mm,
I don't know how long you can have that GoFundMe up or whatever, but I ain't got the funds right now. But
mm.
I can donate when I can, and if you do it, if you have it up in a week or whatever, I could talk to you, whatever. I can send it to you, however.
Oh, yeah,
But
yeah. Or you can send
yeah,
it directly to Jenny if you want to. I mean, her Cash App is right here at the bottom.
okay, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's sad, man. It's sad,
Yeah, oh,
and
yeah.
I hope she just don't lose her faith. You know what I mean? That's. I just hope she don't lose her faith. You know what I mean? It's the. It's just sad to hear stuff like this.
Yeah, it is. Well, especially when it's a younger, especially when it's a young guy.
Yeah,
Tough
a
guy.
young
Yeah,
good person at that. You know what I mean? Yeah, like I don't know them, but the way you're talking about them, it seems like they're good people, and that's the saddest thing about it, though. You know what I mean? And
oh, kind of went out
was
there,
saying,
guys.
and he's correct. You know what I'm saying? And go ahead.
No, go ahead. It's like a
Yeah, but
lag, but go ahead. Go ahead.
oh, I'm sorry, I'm driving right now. In the
Oh,
back roads. I don't know how long you're gonna be on, but yeah, I just yeah, it's just sad to hear stuff like that. You know what I mean? Especially when you know the people. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's it's crazy.
yeah, yeah.
But it's just like I said, maybe if she keeps her faith and maybe it's not something, but maybe she can help some of these atheists and some of these people know what God really is. You know what I mean? I know, the way I talk and the way I sound and the way I've been on the stream and spoken stuff, it don't sound like it. But ever since that stuff happened to me, I've always been religious. I've always believed in God, but it just made me closer. You know what I mean? And I'm trying. It's a fight day to day. You know what I mean? But seeing stuff like this and listening to her, and if I hear her conviction afterwards, it just, what I'm saying, makes me want to believe in God even more. You know what I mean?
Oh, I'm listening.
Yeah. But yeah, it's sad, man.
Yeah, yeah, that
Yeah, I
ain't
mean,
it, man. That
oh,
ain't
go ahead.
it.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I think we could like me. I'm like that ain't it. That ain't it. But how God thinks and how
Oh,
how we
give me,
think is two
give me,
totally
give me,
different things.
give me 1 second. I'm sorry about that. Mama Carol, thank you so much for the cash app. I don't know if you want me to say the amount, but thank you so much. I'm gonna send that over to Jenny as soon as possible. Thank you so much. I really appreciate. Well, Jenny really appreciates that. Not me. I'm gonna send it to Jenny. Um, go ahead. Go ahead. Tough guy. Go ahead, buddy.
No, I was just you know, we we don't know. That's the thing about death. We don't know why things happen, but we all got to leave here, and so
Yeah.
that's just how it goes. So we
Badass
don't
says
know.
real quick. Badass says Jenny's husband was a hard worker and great husband. I laughed when she talked about how she was much taller than him. Yeah, I was thinking about that too today when she joked about how she was. Yeah, for people who don't know, Jenny is 6'4". No, I'm playing. Jenny's not 6'4". Jenny's 6 foot. Yeah, but Jenny's 6 foot. But she did say her husband was about 5'10". So I was thinking about that. But go ahead, tough guy. Go ahead, buddy. Go ahead.
No, that's it, man. I'm not long winded. Sometimes I am, but I just
Yeah,
think it's that it's tragic, man. But
yeah,
think about things like this. No matter what happens in life, you still breathing, you still got breath in your body. You know what I'm saying? It's not about what happens, but where do we go from here, type of thing.
yeah,
So, I think today, tomorrow's great, but just periodically we check up on Jenny. Periodically we come back to this situation because she still got to deal with it. You know.
yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Without a doubt. You know.
Yeah. So maybe every quarter, what I'm saying, y'all could work on that because this is a whole new child that's in the world, and that baby didn't ask for his dad to not be here.
Right.
You know. And if we all come to this community, it's hundreds of people that come over here, thousands of people, whatever, 100 people donate, whatever. And
Yeah.
there should be no problem to help out here and there. You know?
Right. Let me see. Here for the tea. Salute to you. Thank you so much, tough guy, for your words. Let's see. Mama Carol says, "Don't let your right hand know what your left hand is doing." Mama Carol, thank you so much, and I sent that over to Jenny. Uh, BD, what's up, man?
I apologize. I came in late. I was trying to like catch up to see what
Yeah,
was going on.
yeah,
I never was privy to meet this woman on here, but I
yeah,
see that all of y'all have met her, and she means something to y'all,
yeah,
and it just touched me to see the humanity.
yeah,
Because usually on this show it's chaotic and we entertain and we talking shit and whatever the case
yeah.
Mhm.
may be.
Oh yeah,
But to come on here
Yeah.
tonight and just see the raw emotion and humanity of the people in the chat, the people in the panel, like that did something to me. So I don't know this woman from a hole in the wall, but I just sent her $40 to the GoFundMe. You
oh,
understand what I'm saying? And
right.
now it just made me want to fuck with this channel more because at
Mm,
least now I know that y'all actually are human and
yeah,
y'all actually do have feelings. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all actually do have some empathy. And
yeah,
we just now, I see now that, we just talking stuff and we just entertaining or whatever the case may be, but I see the humanity in this and I love
yeah,
it. And it almost brought me to tears. Like, I'm not no beta or nothing, but we still human at the end of the day. You
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying? And tragedy is tragedy, and pain is pain, and pain hurts, especially when we dealing with somebody that we care about. And I see that all of you care about this woman and her husband. So I just wanted to say that. Thank you for showing the humanity to come on
BD,
here
man, this is a
and put
great show,
this out
man.
here like this. I'm sorry, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah, ACT man. I think that's what
Yo,
you love about America is just us being able to come together. That's one thing I think that you pride yourself on from being from here. We could all talk shit, and it's kind of like being in a family. Like, what I'm saying, we could fight with our brothers and shit like that. But if you try to fuck with us, then we got a problem. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So we all gonna come together at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's the point I was making. Just the mere fact that everybody has come together. This is beautiful to me. It really is. It's beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, definitely, man. And then BD, Jenny is definitely this is probably going to be the greatest test in her life, and at a young age. But Jenny's faith that I've seen is definitely going to get her through this. And Jenny makes you want to be a better person too, because she's such a wholesome person, man. That's what I've always loved about Jenny. And we'll
Okay, well,
continue to know that about Jenny because like I said, Jenny has a true faith. You know, Go ahead, sir.
all right. Well, I'm gonna get off here and go back to the chat. I just wanted to tell you that, CT. Thank you for bringing this to my attention, so I could do what I could to help. Now I know I ain't have a lot, but you understand what I'm saying. Between my little $40 and whatever else anybody else on the chat gonna send, hopefully that'll accumulate enough for her to do what she need to do to hold it down. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, thank you so much, buddy.
Yeah, yeah, and it's just like Savage said. If all them other ones can get all that money, she deserves all that money too, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kyle Rittenhouse and Carmelo Anthony and Daniel Penny, all them. No matter how you see them, right or wrong, if they deserve that money, she definitely deserves money. She definitely deserves everything she needs.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And look, I have to agree with Savage on that one, man. I mean,
Yeah,
whether we support Carmelo or we don't, I mean, people have given him money, and give it to Jenny's is definitely a person who's worthy of that plus 10 times more.
plus more. Yeah, 10,
Uh,
100
yeah.
times more.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Man. Uh, Moxie says, "Thank you, BD." Wolfpack says Jenny showed us so much grace, or so much grace to everyone, while holding her poise and femininity. She shined through the screen. Yes, and she will continue to shine through the screen. Atticus says we went from around 3,000 at the start of this special broadcast to almost 5,000. Thank you guys so much. Salute to all of you guys. You guys are an incredible audience, man. Let's see here. Who else is in the chat? Guys, you gotta forgive me. My eyes are. Let me see. Duale says, I was so happy 4 months ago for Jenny and her husband for the baby. This news actually knocked me off. Yikes. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Let me see. Who else? Let me see. Cut said 100. Yeah, 100. Uh, hang tight for me, guys. Once again, I want to give a big shout out to Frankie, IRS, Deborah, Abba's Child, Boo Bam with the super chats. Imperius, man, really came through, man, with not just the super chats, but his perspective on religion. Gary, man, thank you so much for the 200 Canadian dollars. Power Within, salute to you. Sheena, thank you so much for the membership and the gift. And she gifted memberships as well. Or you gifted one person, okay? Little Light with the super chat, salute to you once again. Cuts one. With the super chat. Ren, thank you so much. Big Bad Kahuna. Big Bad Kahuna. Bumpkin with the super chat. Thank you guys so much, man. John Dunning, Mao, Anton, Duwale, Synthetic Future Entertainment, Mit651 with the super chat, and Nas with the super chats, man. Jenny's gonna appreciate all of this, man. I will be back tomorrow as well. Premium Fuel only says she or Jenny would literally drive while live streaming to protest the minister. She would literally drive while live streaming to protest the minister. BDE says, "Okay, I will pray for her, and I hope her faith will see her and her baby through this difficult time." Who else is in the building for today? T, if you want to call in, please feel free. Let me put you on mute real quick. Skywalker's not a background noise. Let's see here. American Man says, "Everyone, please pray for Jenny." And once again, the GoFundMe, you guys have done an incredible job at donating to the GoFundMe, guys. Once again, help Miss Jenny and baby MJ move forward. Asking others to share final expenses and moving expenses. Help Jenny stay home to raise MJ. How does a stay-at-home mother or mom carry on after the tragic death of her husband? Only with the prayers and financial support of family, friends, and fellow believers. Again, on April 18th, a husband and father were suddenly taken from this family in an automobile accident. Now, Miss Jenny needs funds to pay for the bills and prepare for the funeral and burial expenses of her beloved Mario J. Uh, let's see who else is in the building real quick. What's up, Kev? Salute to you, man. Sending over prayers. I want to give a big shout out and thank you to everybody who has and the GoFundMe was actually at 2,000. Now it's at 5,000. So that's incredible that you guys have sent over all of those donations. It was at 2,000. Let me see. Yeah, it was at 2,000 at first. I think Skywalker is back. Go ahead, Skywalker.
Yeah, I'm here.
Go ahead, buddy. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Um, yeah, man, it's like what you said earlier, man. It's like I'm not good at talking about stuff like this though, CT, but I'm trying to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, me either.
Like,
Yeah.
I got like I tried like before I called in, I tried to make some words up in my head, and it ain't even. It's like with anything like this, like I can't. But it's like what you said earlier. It's gonna be a big test. This is probably the biggest. This is the biggest test of her life, and I hope she passes it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and the way it sounds like she is, I think she will. You know what I mean? And that's a good thing for her and her baby. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Listening to you, man.
I just don't know, man. I'm gonna pray for her though, man. You know what I mean? But uh,
Let me see. Wolfpack says, please hug your loved ones a little tighter tonight. Again, let Jenny and MJ feel it too. Uh Guys, the GoFundMe is nearly at 5,000, man, by from all of you guys, man. It started off at 2,000 and you guys have gotten it up to damn near 5,000. Played the hold on for a second. Hold on for a second, guys. I'm just answering these text messages. Give me a second here. Give me a second. Here we go. Cuts one says, "Good work, CT." Atticus says, "Do your thing, CT." Let me see. Art says, "Yeah, when I called in earlier, I felt like this caller had to put my words together for this conversation." BD says, "This is a family over here, house to CT." Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. Thank you so much, Sheena, for moderating as usual. The link is dropped for anybody who wants to call in. Um, Again, guys, uh, prayers and support and condolences to Jenny. She lost her husband in a very tragic car accident, and she has a young child. Give me 1 second. Hold on for a second. All right. Let me see. Atticus says, "Thank you for your kind words, CT." Or Art. Jesus Christ. I'm sorry, guys. All right. Let me see. Let me see. Thank you guys for all of your support and for everybody who's called in. Uh, Give me a second, guys. Give me 1 second. Yeah, it's too long. Yeah, guys, I'm not talking. I'm talking on the back end. Just give me a second here. Space is very real, sir. Guys, tomorrow I will. Normally on the weekends I am not live streaming, but again, because we love Jenny so much, and Jenny has a newborn that we all love. I will be back tomorrow, not to do a show, but to show support for Jenny in her time of need in terms of people calling in to send condolences or prayers or donations, if you will. Bob with the $5 super chat. Okay, I don't want to be that guy, but CT, it's like before a boxing match, people come to see the match, not condolences for hours. Call in, Bob. We can have some lighthearted conversation, if you will. Mama Carol says, "My prayer for Jenny is may the Holy Ghost hold and strengthen her through this." Let's see here. We're almost at $5,000, guys. This is an incredible night. In terms of just showing support. Let's see. Leather says, "It's good there's a community that is sending prayers." Oh, absolutely. 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 Premium Fuel Only says, "Come on, Bob. You don't want to watch the commercials." Austin says, "We live in a firmament, just like the second page of the Bible says. We do not live in a firmament, sir." I hate to burst your bubble. We do not live in a firmament. I hate to bust your bubble on that one. BD says, "Does she have a goal to reach or just send whatever we can?" Send whatever you can, man. Austin says, "The second page of the Bible says you live under a dome. Wake up, brainwashed slave." No, we don't live under a dome, sir. We don't live under a dome. There's no dome. No, we live in a vast universe. Austin Murphy, a vast universe. Jay says, "Bob is a certified reprobate." Just Rob says, "CT, you dumb. Come on, man." Prince says, "How would you know we don't live in a firmament, guys? We don't live in a firmament." And I would love for somebody to call in and prove that. I mean, we can have a lighthearted conversation about that topic. If you, oh, I didn't even know Skywalker was still here. Go ahead, Skywalker.
CT.
Yeah.
You seen the whole video of the little female spaceman and shit? Katy
Yeah,
Perry. So
yeah. What about?
you
Yeah.
seen before what they showed on
Hey,
TV
hey,
just
Skywalker. Hey, Skywalker. Real quick. How long until you get home or a
let
destination?
me see, about an hour and a half. You'll probably be
Yeah,
home though.
it's like too much background noise, man. Yeah, my fault, bro.
Okay, I'll get at you tomorrow.
Yeah, man. Yeah, thank you so much,
Yeah, if
bro.
I get home in time, you still on, I'll call you back. But I'll get at you
Oh,
tomorrow. Nice,
okay.
good having you on. Good, thanks for having me on though.
Thank you, man. Thank you, Bob. What's up?
Hey, uh, this is sad. I can't repeat. I won't repeat what has already been said because it's already been said.
Yeah,
It's beautiful the amount of money that
yeah,
you've raised, and certainly the different factions on here have all come together to support Jenny.
yeah, yeah.
That shows you. A couple of not too long ago, I think I texted you that I had a death in my family,
You did.
and when I was cleaning up the person's place,
Yeah.
I was listening to the show.
Yeah,
Do you have any idea why I would do that?
because it brought you comfort. You said that it was the comedy. The comedy was so funny that it made you feel good. It got you through the cleaning process.
I'm cleaning up this person's home, and I'm listening to Big Black talk about he's your spiritual advisor. I was listening to some of the reruns, but I'm listening to people go at it, and
Yeah,
people talking about screwing each other's mom in the mouth.
yeah. Very inappropriate. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Dave and Yakub and their little, you nigga, and
Yeah.
Dave.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if we would call this show alternative medicine. Maybe
Yeah.
alternative medicine. Like it's kind of like Dr. Sebi with
Yeah.
a first twist. Yeah.
Sort of.
In light of that, and not to put too fine a point on it, have you had any funeral stories that were funny? Moments of humor at a funeral.
Yes. Yes. Actually, yeah. Oh yeah. Uh, uh, a professor of mine, and if CKJ is listening, he knows who I'm talking about because he knows of this professor that died. My fraternity brother gave a eulogy, or he gave a eulogy, and he was mimicking the cadence and the nuance and the character of our professor, and over this professor was very, very affluent and very famous amongst in this area, right? I don't want to give too much information, but my fraternity brother gave the eulogy, and it was the funniest damn thing, like mimicking the voice, the impression, and everybody started busting out laughing because that's how we remembered this professor of ours. Yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. That was probably like the funniest thing. Yeah, and it was very appropriate too, considering the fact of who. Yeah. Go ahead, sir.
Surgically placed humor can be extremely effective for healing.
If you do it right, you
Yep.
got to do it because you got to do it right. You got to do it. Yeah, you can't.
Timing tone is very important. You cannot miss that.
Half-ass it,
Yeah.
Go ahead.
If the shaft is ray shielded, you got to use proton torpedoes, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
There's a great YouTube of a guy, I guess, whose friend. The guy made a videotape of the guy who was dying made a videotape of him being in the casket saying, "Hey, let me out. I'm not dead. I'm not dead." Have you seen that?
I have not. No.
Okay.
I have not.
So apparently the guy made a tape of him. I guess he knew he was dying. He said, "When you bury me, I want you to play this tape." Like, I guess he had a remote control. His buddy had a remote control. So as they're burying him, the guy is saying, "Hey, I'm not dead. Let me out. Let me out. I'm not dead."
Mm-hmm.
And he turned a very sad moment, and people started.
No, go ahead. Oh yeah, go ahead, buddy. Go ahead.
people started laughing.
Yeah.
Uh, oh, all the things I can think of, and I'll make this, I guess, a plug for God, just a little bit.
Sure.
There's no better anesthetic or no better
And
way
laugh.
of grabbing things and making sense out of it than a little bit of humor.
Yeah.
Uh, I can't go into detail too much about what happened to my family member, but
Yeah.
when this family member died, it was the most odd day to die. It was the most ironic. I mean, you couldn't pick a better day to die for this person. And I
Yeah.
called up my sisters, and the three of us were laughing like, "Damn, how did this person pick that day?"
Yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, no, you go ahead. Go ahead.
No, it's just one of those things, man. I believe it, man. I mean, a good solid laugh at a very difficult circumstance really can just level things out, man. And to all of you who are in the humor business,
Yeah.
very much respect.
Yeah.
Very, very much respect. So you actually are doing the Lord's work. Now you are not the Lord.
No, not at all. No.
Well, you kind of, and let's be honest, you did treat Jenny a little bad because you said that her beliefs were, I mean, the Earth being 6,000 years.
See, now that's funny. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, that's funny. Go ahead. Yeah, I mean, again, I don't agree with that. Jenny believes that. Hey, man. Yeah, I mean, and I think that's the beauty of the channel. The fact that, hey, Jenny, you can do your own show over here. You talk about the Earth being 6,000 years old. I don't care. I don't believe it's 6,000 years old, but it could be 6,000 years old. Hell, I don't know. I was only born 40 years ago. I have no idea. And so, and because some scientist, white man, says, "Oh, radiocarbon data says it's 1 billion years old." I mean, Jenny could be correct, but I've always found that to be a little funny thing that me and Jenny have gone back and forth on. And then the funny thing about Jenny is she'll say it's 6,047 or something like that. Yeah. Now that's funny. Yeah.
When I see Jenny pop up, she looks like a nice suburban mom and whatnot, and she's talking about throwing do funnies in hell like it was water.
Yeah, well, that is. Yeah, it was so, and it's very, and I hope she keeps that same attitude, and she's so funny. I mean, she doesn't realize how funny she's with it. She just says it flat out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to hell for being Catholic. I mean, look, man.
Yeah, she did say that. Yeah, yeah.
The whole chat is done, man. But when you look at her, you don't see some fire-breathing, angry person.
No, you don't. No.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because the beauty of Jenny, and I hope she keeps this, she's a true faith. Like you can't persuade her. She just believes it. She doesn't debate. It's just, hey, I just believe this. And I think that's what is incredible about Jenny. I hope she keeps that. Like she doesn't have to be fire. I think people who are fire and brimstone really don't believe it themselves. That's why they use fire and brimstone, because they're trying to scare you into believing in it so that it reinforces their belief. She's just like, hey man, that's just, hey, you're FAG and you're gonna go to hell.
He said Jenny would see Jesus and Jesus would say, "I didn't mean that." And he's like, "Well, the Bible says that you did, so
Yeah.
Maybe you need to attend my Bible study." She believes it. She
Yeah.
definitely believes it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
In light of all the pain and sadness that she gets through, I'm like you. I hope she remembers that there's something about her that makes a lot of us laugh, and laugh. I don't say laugh at her, but laugh at the algorithm in her head to make her believe what she believes with a face that is not at all mean.
Mm-hmm.
It makes it better.
Yeah. Yeah, she's not like and this is what I hope, and I understand tragedy can change your personality to a lot of people, but hopefully it doesn't. But like Zach, he calls in and he tries to convince you of gematria. You know, and then if you don't believe it, he calls you an idiot, you stupid. But Jenny doesn't do that because she has a true faith, right? Yeah, she just has a true faith. She just is what it is. And I think again, that's what makes it so different, you know. And I think that's what everybody loves about Jenny, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
When Dale would come on, she would try not to laugh. She would try to hold it back.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, at times, yeah. I mean, it was me, but Dale was on her show a couple of times about, Christianity. And are you laughing or are you rubbing your eyes?
I'm just rubbing my eyes.
Okay.
Go ahead. So Dale, I didn't know Dale went on Jenny's show at all. I didn't know that.
Were you laughing at that?
No, I wasn't. I never knew that Dale went on Jenny's show. Wow.
Yeah, a couple of times. Her Friday night podcast, and Dale would start talking and doing his thing, and she'd be like, "Well, thank you, Dale. Thank you. That was just the way she said it. It was sweet, dismissive,
Right.
but it was sweet.
Yeah.
But it was, she's just a good person. Obviously, she's not gone, but a piece of her is gone, and that really has got to be tough. But I know she's probably been given so much advice on what she should do, and I'm sure she doesn't want to hear that.
Yeah.
Feel like how you feel. That's what I believe. You have free reign to experience whatever emotion you want. But I don't know, man. I bet on her that her faith is going to be a shining moment for a lot of us, and say, maybe there is something to this.
Yeah.
This God that created the earth 6,000 years ago.
Mm-hmm. 6,047.
47.
Yeah. Atticus says CT and Bob need to do a podcast together. Chaotic Truth says Dale's mom said he cannot come back to the channel because of Bob. That is true.
That's not true. That's alleged. I don't know where you guys
got. Frankie says for the $2 super chat. Thank you so much. CT, the Most High appreciates your sincerity. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that you recognize that. Let's see here. So yeah, Bob, tomorrow, I'm not leaving right now, but tomorrow I'm not doing a show, but I'm just showing support for Jenny. But you are saying how, I'm not used to doing stuff like this, Bob. So how should I manage? How should I do this tomorrow?
Are you going to talk about the same subject?
It's going to be showing support, but I'm trying to figure out what should I do tomorrow in terms of like, not necessarily content, but I'm trying to figure out what should I do tomorrow. Yeah, I'm still going to promote the GoFundMe, and it's going to be about Jenny tomorrow, but yeah. No ideas?
Let's, I like analogies. You ever seen those signs that say if your car is disabled on the highway and you can still move it off?
Yeah.
If you crash a small airplane at a very large airport, they take a bulldozer and they just push it off. There's not time to shut down a runway to do an investigation.
Really?
Yep. Yeah. Not a big airplane, but a small little.
Like a Cessna.
Yeah. If you land at a big airport and crash, they just move that thing over.
So what are you saying in terms of for tomorrow?
Well, I consider this Class B airspace, Chicago O'Hare level type of operation here. And whatever tragedy has happened, it's not Cessna level.
It's a little bit higher.
It's not Cessna level.
Yeah.
But we need that runway.
Mm-hmm.
So what they do sometimes,
I get what you were saying.
What they do sometimes is this: they split the difference. They said it's too big of an airplane to move over, but we need this runway. So they block off part of the runway and make the runway shorter. The NTSB can still do its investigation. We still can land airplanes.
Yeah.
So I would, maybe make, I don't know, an opening about it, and then we can get back to.
Like ease our way into something like a show, but not a full length. I get what you were saying. Something that maybe for like an hour. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah. Now here's the thing. You
Hmm.
got some women folk who are watching, and women like the whole thing of easing into something and whatnot.
Yeah.
If you can do that, that's fine. Women like the foreplay of change. Uh, when it comes to a runway, there is no foreplay. You stop here or you break the rules. I prefer the break the rules method. So say what you want to about this tragedy. It's a tragedy, and then blow the whistle and say play ball.
Okay.
And then throughout each inning or halftime, whatever sport you want to use, you can give let's give respect, honor.
Would it be appropriate to show that video to right now?
Which video that?
The Uber.
Yes.
I think. Yeah. I don't think that'll be. Yeah. I mean, in the interest of. Uh, real quickly, I gotta download it first.
Just as a backstory to this, I was moving this person's car to my apartment area, and I had to take an Uber back to get my car. I'm in Memphis, Tennessee right now, and I sent CT earlier what Uber is like in Memphis, Tennessee. Now, this is not a one-off. In fact, this person was actually very good. There was no smell of weed, as CT says it.
Mm-hmm.
There's no driving erratically. But there are some things that are very distinct about Memphis Uber that, the video will show it all. I mean, obviously, Jenny's husband is going to heaven, because if he wasn't, he'd be in Memphis. This is the worst place. This might be the worst place in America. It certainly shows it.
Why do you stay there if it's so bad? If you don't mind me asking.
Well, it's cheap. Very.
Yeah.
No state tax.
No state tax. Okay.
It's no state tax. I had some dealings that kind of drove me here.
Yeah.
Just away with some things that were work related, some things that were not, and it just became easy to stay since I'm never really here that much. But this is primarily a tax home.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Frankie says Bob's getting shorter or his tees are growing. A little light with the $2 super chat. This is dark humor at its finest.
I've lost 30 pounds, man. I look crazy. I
just downloaded the video. Let me see real quick.
I'm getting Ozempic face.
And you have to explain this. Okay, so this is the video of you earlier today.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a second here. I'm making sure I'm not missing any super chats or anything. So this is the video of you today. Now, it looks like now, why didn't you ask her to turn the music down or off?
Yeah, good question. That's a very good question. I don't want to get I don't want to get shot.
Yeah.
I don't want to have a confrontation. I certainly don't want her to drop me off. I don't want that.
Yeah.
A lot of these people, they have social media too. I don't want to be known as that guy, So I felt it was best to monitor the activities without displaying dislike. As you can see, she has a pink bonnet.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah. The floor was dirty.
Yeah, we saw that. Let me play that real quick.
Yeah, I know it's hard to see. I didn't.
Yeah, right there. We can see like the crumbs right there.
Yeah. Some of these hood rats, they can turn around pretty quick. So
yeah.
They got very quick necks. So, with these types, you gotta watch out. But that's what you're dealing with. That
Here we go. And what kind of vehicle was this? I can't really tell.
It was like it's like a Ford Escort type of thing. It was a very compact kind of car or something. I got a new rule. If you ain't never posted a this shit we get their names buzzing. Some niggas just gotta go lay in a tune. And media thirsty for clicks. I got a new rule.
Yeah. Bob, I'm not gonna lie to you. Whenever I've taken Uber or Lyft, and I see see a black person, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Did
Oh,
she
no.
even did she even like say hi to you when you got into the car?
No.
Okay.
So I got in and I said, "Hey, I'm Bob." Uh-huh.
Black and mild smell in the car.
No, look, no, I don't think she had a boyfriend. She may have been batting for the other team. Because it did smell a little bit feminine in there. I didn't
Okay.
get. Maybe she's the feminine side of the Do Funny team, but
Yeah.
she actually was not. I mean, for a black woman, she was not bad looking. But that was a good Uber. The guy I had before when I had to drop my car off at the Honda dealership.
Mm-hmm.
The brother had Arkansas tags, had weed in the car,
Yeah.
weed smoke, and was telling me that yes, it is. Kevin Shuds with the $2 super chat. Memphis is the worst city in America. It is. I was telling him, I was like, hey, man, you might get arrested. I'm worried. Oh no, they don't do much, man. I ain't carrying that much.
Yeah. So, and the entire ride took about what, 15 minutes?
Yeah,
today?
more or less. Yeah.
And she was playing that music live for 15 minutes.
Yes.
She didn't once think to. Yeah.
She never said a word to me. She never said, "Is the music too loud?" I'm sure she looked at me and thought, "Well, the choice of music is something he will." It would be funny if I was a white guy. And, it'd be funny to have like a white guy take an Uber like this after a black guy and see if people change.
She probably don't. I don't think that doesn't. Probably not.
No?
No.
A waspy white guy, you don't think her hair would suddenly be done, and I mean, automatically you'd be playing symphony, and
she would still had a bonnet on and everything. Unfortunately.
See, if Ginny drove Uber, which she would never do, Ginny wouldn't do this stuff.
No, she wouldn't.
Yeah, she single-handedly stops my whole idea that this group of people aren't worth crap. Shout out to Ginny.
About 2 years ago, I took an Uber, and this kid, I don't know, this boy had to be at least, I don't know, maybe 27, maybe at the most. Do you know a rapper named PNB?
I'm sorry, I don't.
He was a rapper that was killed at Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles.
Mm-hmm.
And he had a song called "I'm Selfish."
Okay.
This is 2 years ago. Now PNB was killed, I believe, in 2017. I don't know when he was killed. Let me see. I don't know what year he was killed. Let me see. Wait, does anybody even know this rapper in the chat? Give me a second. Hold on for a second. Does anybody know what year he was? Bob, Frankie says crazy part is Bob was sitting over the blicky. 2023. Hold on for a second. Let me see when this rapper was. 2022. 2022. So this rapper named PNB, he had this song called "I'm Selfish," and it goes like, "I'm selfish. I don't want to." But I get into this Uber, and I'll never forget it. It was a 27-year-old at the most. I think he had like a Jeep Cherokee or something.
Okay.
20 minutes, this boy played this song over and over. And Bob, he had it blasting, and he was doing this while he was driving. I'm selfish. I don't want it. And I'm like, and I'm thinking, God, I'm like, does he realize like that he's Ubering now? I mean, what am I in your car for? Does he not? So I'm trying to figure out, man, why don't certain people practice certain, a level of professionalism? But yeah, man, what you experienced today, um, it's the norm. It's the norm to a degree, man. Yeah,
That's what we're dealing with. That's what we're
yeah,
dealing
yeah. Atticus, he played the song about 5 times. He was hitting the steering wheel like, "I'm selfish. I don't want it." Like he was like doing the movements. He was rapping the song out. He sang that song about 5 times, and I was in the back seat, pretty much trapped. Did you feel trapped in that car? You felt trapped.
with. As a matter of fact, I did. I didn't want to make any sudden movements. I mean, people talk about don't make sudden movements around cops.
Yeah.
Don't make sudden movements around hood rats because you don't know where that's going to go.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's very. Yeah, you're very astute. You get it. You see.
Well, I'm the Negro whisperer.
You are. You've said that, and I can
Feel trapped. Feel trapped.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because there's no reasoning with some of these people. She's coming out the house with a bonnet on her head. It's already the reasoning it's not there anymore. It's not. She has here. Let me play the video. I'm not gonna play the whole thing again, but she has a bonnet on her head.
It stops right there. The interview
Stop right
over.
there. Yeah. Here we go. This is that's a bonnet.
That's what you're dealing with. Mm-hmm.
So you've already, the moment you step into the vehicle, so that's pretty much a wrap. Yep. It's like you're in her reality. That's her reality.
Her domain, her space.
Her domain. Oh wow. Thank you guys so much. Oh wow. Guys, we are almost at $6,000. Jesus. Thank you guys so much, man. I'm pretty sure Ginny is definitely Ginny is definitely appreciative. Let me share the GoFundMe. Guys, thank you so much, man. I see TK with the 50, Samuel with the $1,000 donation. Guys, thank you so much, man, for supporting Ginny. Thank you guys so much. EAE says Ginny is loved, and definitely she is. You feel trapped because one thing about a certain group of people, they don't like working. So you are bothering them. Hey, do you mind turning that down? Man, it's my car. Do you mind, switching it to a more neutral musical genre, whatever you call it? Frankie says, Bob, did you record it for your safety? Jesus Christ.
That's smart. No, I didn't. I did it really to illustrate. And I sent this to my friends too, not just CT. I guess CT is a friend of sorts, more of a doctor-patient relationship. But I sent it to my friends to say, hey, you think your day is bad? Look at this.
Yeah, that looks pretty bad, to be honest with you.
Yeah. So, but it's all over, man. Like I had to go to a gas station. I shopped at the gas station. All right, there I said it. I don't go to Kroger. I don't go to Piggly Wiggly or Whole Foods. I get a lot of my food from the gas station.
Yeah.
Okay. You come out of my apartment, you turn right, $700,000 homes. You turn left, it's the hood.
Yeah.
Memphis is weird like that. So I go to the gas station in the hood, and everyone had a bonnet on. And you had the ninjas with the mop hairs, the mops.
Yeah.
And white T-shirts, orange jeans, black socks, and sandals. No one spoke English. Well, my kind of English. Regular English. Normal English. No customer service. Other than you want to beg for that.
Yeah.
And they were playing rap music.
Okay.
So people get on me, and you, I might add, of hard critiquing of black people.
Yeah,
But this is the norm.
it is.
I had a
Unfortunately.
white pilot ask me, he said, Bob, you're a little bit too smart to be living in Memphis. Why do you do it? I said, what do you mean by that? He said, as a white guy, I stay as far away from the city as possible. And I can't imagine anyone who's educated, who's black, would be here. Very, very interesting conversation, man.
Yeah.
But in lieu of them not knowing us, they look at us, like you said, black people see each other as big family, and they think they can do family stuff.
Yeah.
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 So
We call it being lax.
that's okay. Yeah.
Lackadaisical.
Mhm.
You know, oh, he black. I could continue to play the music. Wow, you don't care. You don't give a shit.
What did you say to that one guy one time who was in your apartment? You said to a guy, like, you said to the girl, get out, and he was like, hey, don't listen to that nigga.
Oh, that was at my home years ago. Yeah. She, a friend of mine, his brother had some chick over there, and her feet were on the couch, but it was her tennis shoes. We call it sneakers.
Yeah,
Guys call it sneakers. And I walked out. I could hear him saying, "Don't listen to that nigga." I was like, "God damn, man! It's yeah, man.
And why do you want to say these people?
I don't want to save anybody, to be honest with you."
You said at times you want black people to have nuclear submarines and
Oh yeah, because it's only because Bob, it's shameful that we don't have it. You know, we gotta rely on another man. Like, dude, like I don't really care for what's her name? Oprah's friend.
Gail King.
I don't really care for Gail King. I don't even really know what she does, to be completely honest with, other than she's Oprah's friend. But the fact that a white boy took her to Earth's lower atmosphere versus a black man. Like, why did it take a white man to take you somewhere? How come the black man can't take you there? Because blacks don't have no goddamn rockets. We don't got no rocket stuff. You know, and so to a degree, man, it's not about helping or want people to be better. It's like I look at things like, God damn, man, why it took a white man to get a black woman in Earth's lower atmosphere? And you know, it's a bit of shame to that, man. You know, it's a bit of shame to that, to be completely honest with you.
So you do see us as family.
I don't necessarily see, not really, but I it's more of a collective, like maybe maybe like the Borg, maybe in a sense, you know, like the Borg aren't brothers and sisters or family. It's like a hive mind of different races, I guess. But you know, my argument is that you know, it's like man, damn, man, you know, it's not about to get into a black topic now. I look at it like, oh, we got some super chats. Ain't tight. Thank you so much, Serious Black. Thank you so much, Serious Black Thought, with the $5 super chat. I went to Royal Farms at 8 a.m. and a hood rat was wrestling a store clerk for trying to run out with sodas. I think she had a bonnet under the hoodie. Jesus Christ. Yeah, Bob, I look at it like, thank you so much. The way I see it, you know, you see a car, you know, and you see a smarty arty, you know, N-word, bragging and boasting. But then it's like, well, you driving the white man's car, man. Like, how smart can we really be? You drive another man's car. You ain't driving a black man's car. So it's like, you know, that kind of stuff bothers me for some reason. Like, could you imagine if there were two black automotive cars on the planet? Just two. That's saying something, man. That's a level of power. I mean, it takes power to build a car. You know, there's a manufacturing process, trade process, shipping and logistics, engineers. But when you see somebody, um, or when I look at situations like that female, right, in that car, it's like, well, we can't really afford to be like that. Now, if we had, if she was driving around in a black man's car, hey, that's just an idiot. But the fact that she in the car bumping that music, she don't understand the world, man. And that's what it really boils down to. She has no idea of what's really happening in the world, on the planet. Here you are, an airline pilot. She don't even know, and she's already lost that level of communication and connectivity with somebody who probably, I don't want to say could help her, but somebody could definitely elevate her to a degree. You know, but again, it doesn't really, it doesn't bother me in a sense of we're family. It bothers me in a sense of shameful, man. To be honest with you, it's shameful, bro. Shameful, man. It's, and that's the way I look at it. And I've always looked at it that way. If that makes any sense.
Do you like black people?
No, I don't. I don't. I'm a misanthrope, Bob. Now, do I have rankings? Yeah, of course I do. If I could rank human beings, Japanese are number one, obviously. Number two, whites. Uh, I saw a few things today. I was out, dealing with some blacks, and I was like, "What in the fuck?" And I don't even want to talk about it because I'm actually exhausted now. But as a collective, I don't like blacks. Now, individually,
Right.
they're incredible black. I mean,
Yeah.
like, you're an incredible. I mean, if you consider yourself black, you're an incredible black. But collectively, it's kind of like mass stupidity almost.
Yeah.
Like that car. Like, dude, that is dude. If Be Brave probably sleep right now, man. If Be Brave got a hold of that video, man, shit, he'd do a whole live stream about that. Because to a degree, that is largely black culture. I was somewhere today, and this Jigaboo S. She's with some dudes, tarantula hair, all dark skin, and she has this speaker, like a Bluetooth speaker. Man, this speaker was so damn loud. Now, we are in a nice building, but it's like a hub. When we hung out, you were in that building. I don't want to say it, but she's bumping it loud, just trying to be noticed. And people were looking at her like, "What the fuck is wrong with her?" Like, it's culture, man. It's culture. And I wanted to go over to her and say, "Sweetheart, why don't you turn that off? Because you're making yourself look stupid." And to a degree, Bob, that's a crash out. And you know what I mean by that, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's a crash out. The world is becoming so small and so globally competitive. A lot of these blacks, they are realizing it, whether it's subconscious or conscious, and you're not relevant anymore, and they do things to be seen or noticed in a world where you're just not relevant anymore, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Like, nobody, people are, like I said, man, nobody cares about the cries of a lot of blacks anymore, because we can see the real for what it is, man. You got people in Syria being killed. You got places all over the planet where there's real tragedy and oppression. So the cries of wealthy blacks, I don't mean anything anymore. So let me play my music as loud as possible. Let me do this so I can be seen. And the only people who are really seeing you are just other ignorant N-words. It's not really other groups of people, because they're just ignoring you now. And which will happen kind of today. So no, when to ask me that question, no, I don't like black people. I don't.
It's interesting. Imagine being in a situation where you want to help somebody, but by trying to help them, you endanger your own life.
Yeah.
Somebody asked me in the chat, did I give her, 1 or 2 stars? I gave her 5 stars.
Oh, you better have.
because if I didn't, I might die.
Yeah. Well, you want to give her some stars because what I've realized too is you want to give her 5 stars because what would she do if she didn't have that Uber job?
That's another thing too. Yeah,
Thing too. What would she do if she didn't have it? And so maybe keeping her in Uber. I mean, she got you to your destination. There was a guy. We sometimes order Instacart and groceries, and there was a guy who delivered um, some groceries, but it was real ghetto, man. He had like 5 of his kids, little kids, and he probably and he was like a real light. I think I told you the story. He was like a light skinned guy, but he was like one of those high yellow light skinned people. And
yeah,
he had all these little dark ass little kids. And I'm like, I wonder if he like the stepdad or something because those kids probably weren't really his. He had these little bastards bringing it, like acting a fool, carrying in the groceries, falling over. I was about to get that nigga a 1 star, but the wife said, "Don't give him a 1 star." Because Bob, think about it. If he didn't do Instacart, what would he be doing? What would he be doing? Would he be
right.
robbing? Would he be robbing somebody? Would he be doing this? So the thing is that you give him 5 stars, just keep him there.
Yeah,
Because like I said, you said it's Memphis. I mean, what else? I mean, you don't expect her to do high level deliveries on Wall Street. So hey man, just stay in Memphis.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. You know, it's just certain people you don't relate to. I'd be interested to hear what Ben's explanation of a cultural dissertation on what took place here.
Oh, guys, wow, man, you guys are incredible, man. We are at $6,000, man. Thank you guys so much. Uh, Salute to all of you guys, man. You guys have made an incredible amount of donations tonight. Thank you guys so much, man. Um, Go ahead, Bob. Go ahead, sir.
It's just a bit. Hey,
Go ahead, Bob.
Sirius. Sirius is another pilot, man.
What's going on, Bob?
So he gets it. Yeah, what's up, brother? You
Go
got it,
ahead.
Sirius, man. We're just up here chopping.
No, I was going to tell you a story. You're talking about black folks. I'm in Philly at the casino playing poker. I get at the table. I'm like, oh, there's 4 of us here. Uh-oh. But, I keep a level head. About an hour into it, one of the dudes, he's African, but still black. He gets into an argument with an Asian player. So the brothers are like, yo, man, just chill out. Then he gets into it with them. Like 20 minutes go by and they both get escorted out. But one of the dudes attempted to swing at him. And I was like, you can't take us anywhere, man.
You saw it coming.
I saw it coming.
You saw it coming when he first sat down.
When you first sat down.
I'm telling you, man.
Normally it's only one or 2 of us at a table, but 4, that's messed up with the ratio. I was like, oh.
Serious. Sometimes I go down to the Spirit Airlines area at the airport, and I just sit and just watch because I just want to see something pop off, man. There's always entertainment. I mean, can you imagine?
I didn't get that.
Can
Could
you
you try
imagine
again?
yelling at the dispatcher that they didn't give you enough fuel and threatening their lives? I mean, it's a foreign way of thinking.
And that was only one. There was a second person that got thrown out too. Another brother, just yelling, threatening everybody, telling him he's going to see you at the parking lot.
Well, yeah, and so
All kind of nonsense.
and it's crazy, Bob. Just like what Serious Black Thought is saying, it's just like with that Uber woman. They're not living in this time frame. They are living they're operating in a different time period or reality. I'm gonna see you in the parking lot.
Yep.
That's some old Wild Wild West stuff right there. They're not living in this time period, man. And so the dummy doesn't realize, oh, I'll just call the authorities. I'll just call the police on you. I'll just get an S. What are you talking about? Like they're not operating in this reality. It's just like with that chick. She's not operating in this reality. She's operating in, I mean, I hate to say it, the jungles of Africa. Now she's driving the car. Um, she's speaking English. But
Yeah.
think about ancient Africa and what she would do 1,000 years ago. She'd be beating on drums. You know, I- but it's they're not operating, and that's what I'm saying, man. What I'm talking about, even with China, Bob. These people are. I mean, nobody wants to talk about it. I know a lot of y'all pro Americans, but man, China is operating in a different time period too, man. To a degree, man. They got bullet trains, bro. America doesn't have no bullet trains. We wouldn't know what to do with ourselves if we had bullet trains, man. I'm gonna go to New York today, man. You should, nigga from Wisconsin. I'm gonna go to New York today. Think about some Bama going to New York, like New York City. Think about they ain't never been there. Think about the mind fuck that'd be if they can get there in 30 minutes. They
I
wouldn't
never
know.
thought about that. Oh my
That's,
god.
that's it. And that's what I'm saying, man. China pretty much is connected to the whole damn country. So a lot of these people are really they're starting to become compatible. Man, think about somebody from like the deep, deep South, man. They go into they immediately have access to like a Dallas or a Miami. They're not compatible with that system. And it's the same thing, bro, with that woman. Man, give her a 5-star rating. Make sure she never gets out of Memphis, man.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'd give her a 5-star. Hey man, you did such a good job, man. You did such a great job, man. Oh, I did I? Did I? Yeah, you did a great job. Because she's not compatible, man, with the changing of the guard, man. She's not.
Serious when I hung out with CT and we went to the soul food restaurant. CT was like a chaperone, man. And it was like, this is how it goes and whatnot. And it was kind of funny how things played out. You go into a sofa. I want to give you my money. I want to give you my money. Why are you making it difficult? That's one thing I never understood about black businesses or black people in business. Why are you not helping me pay you?
Bob, you know why? Down south, everything is slow. A lot of these blacks came from the deep south. And truth be told, a lot of whites too. You could wait all day for food. You could wait all day. And they brought that up north. And that's why they never have nothing. You got to wait all damn day for simple stuff. And what's happened and unfortunately what's happening now, everything is so fast paced now. Man, you can't have nobody waiting 30 minutes, 40, 20 minutes. Hell no. Bob, you know who's mastered the art of not just supply chain, but who's mastered the art of integrating the fast food approach with luxury dining? Man, a lot of these South Koreans, man, I go into some pho restaurants. Hey, let me get the such and such pho, blah, blah, blah. Man, by the time you know the sentence, they bringing out a fresh bowl of pho. I'm like, how the fuck did y'all do that? Because they figured out how to make it. They figured out the time of day. They figured out, okay, if the customers come in here, we're gonna get this amount. We gotta have everything fresh, man. They figured it out. Man, there are times you go to some like Asian restaurants, man. It's pinpoint accuracy. Other groups of people haven't figured it out because they want to live in the past, man. And unfortunately, that's what's happening, man. That's why that girl's wearing the bonnet. It ain't because she's really ignorant. It's because Bob, she's living in the deep south, but it's the year 2025. But she's living in the deep south in the 1920s. I can do what I want to do. Can you turn your music down? I could have it up. And yeah, it's just not compatible. Go ahead.
Speaking of efficiency, I've been to Japan and Germany, and I wonder how in the hell they lost the war. Because those people, I mean, they have it down to the seconds, man. There's a video of this girl, sister that lives out in Japan.
Yeah.
And I thought about what she said about nipping stuff in the bud. And I'm thinking, she's kind of a hood rat. And I'm thinking, Japan needs to stop that right now. they need to tell her no and get out. Because if they don't, more of them are going to be imported there, man. And then they start influencing the younger culture. And next thing,
Hang tight. Yeah, 90s nostalgia, and it tastes really good.
it does taste good.
Nothing wrong with fried chicken, collard greens, mac and cheese, and neck bowls, and black eyed peas from a black restaurant. I'm sorry, it's that kind of good. Yeah, yeah,
Soul food and haircuts, I trust black people with.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Okra. Oh yeah. Oh my
Yeah.
god. Yeah,
Yeah, seriously.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, man. So that experience you had in the car, man. It's unfortunate, man. But times are changing, man. So you got to get prepared for the future, bro. So yeah, yeah. Serious Black Thought. Jenny's husband unfortunately passed away, man. But
I heard about that.
yeah, yeah, yeah. He unfortunately passed away in a car accident. So that's why we've been here. Normally, I wouldn't go live, but because of Jenny, of course, I would. If I had found out at 2 a.m. for Jenny, I would have definitely went live for Jenny.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
sorry for your loss.
I don't know if you knew. Do you know Jenny?
I've seen her on here before, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, she's a really pure, so wholesome person. Um, she's definitely a person that I'm not gonna speak for y'all. When I think about my life, you know, all the you know alcohol use and partying and carrying on, and I look at Jenny like, man, she's such an innocent person, man. God damn. It's almost like crazy that people like that even exist in our day and age, from my perspective.
Mhm.
Yeah, so yeah, it's tragic, man. Tragic. Yeah, yeah.
How old was her husband?
But 25,
He's
26.
20. Oh, man.
What?
He's a young guy. Yeah, that's what he. Yeah,
I thought he was in
25?
his mid 30s.
Oh.
He's a young guy.
he's a young guy. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Car accident.
Car accident. Yeah. Yep.
Can you imagine waking up in the morning thinking it's going to be a normal day? And,
Yeah.
oh man. Life changes instantly.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Instantly.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It's kind of it's kind of messed up. I mean, on the guy thing in a little bit, but it's like people who are most loyal get to beat down the most. In a way, I guess you have to be. And I'll say this carefully. I guess you have to be a Christian to kind of understand the logic of God in a way. But you would think that the people who are most sacrificial are the ones that get thrown to the wolves.
Yeah.
It's kind of a man's way of thinking, but certainly your spiritual growth is going to go through the roof. But at what cost? I don't know how you bounce back from loss of someone that close.
Yeah.
I just don't. Yeah, the loss of a spouse, loss of a child. I don't see how people find joy anymore.
Mm.
And that's one of the things that always has been a fear for me in having children is what if I lost them?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd be toast. I mean, a straitjacket, man. I'd be in a mental institution. Serious, how do you deal with that?
My daughter is about to turn 1, so it's still new to me. But yeah, I can't imagine. Can't imagine that happening.
The thing is, but
Crash
you'll be
out.
go ahead.
Oh, I said I crash out probably. I don't know what I do.
What does it feel like to hold your baby girl?
Oh, it's amazing.
It's nothing like it, is it?
Nothing like it. Now she's just starting to walk, so it's a good feeling.
TT, you're right, man. Those who reproduce, they have the final say.
Yeah, I've always said that, man. I've
Yeah.
always said that. Yeah. Oh yeah.
When I'm dead, the Bob family's done.
Yeah.
Whatever influence I've had over others, I guess lives on. But to actually have your own genetics goes on. I mean, the joke is on us.
Yeah, yeah. No, yeah. I can't do it. I'm sorry, I can't do it.
You can't do it. Why? I'm like you. Well, I'll say this. I like to get up and go get something to eat when I want.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I just don't want the responsibility. I'm not. I don't want the responsibility. I don't want the. Nah, it's too much for me, man. Nah, not me, man. Not for me, man. Nah, it's not. Uh, and I think that's a good thing, right? When people recognize that, right? Hey, that shit ain't for me, man. I can't do that. Yeah, yeah,
There
uh,
are people who parents who shouldn't be.
yeah.
Oh, but
Now tomorrow is Easter, correct?
yes.
Okay, or today. Okay, so it's gonna be a lot of people with zoot suits on tomorrow. They ain't been in church in years.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, Christmas and Easter, you gotta punch those tickets, man.
Yellow suits and shit, alligator shoes. Yeah,
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 yeah. There'll be
yeah,
a lot of that. There'll be a lot of church crowns around.
yeah.
Uh,
A lot of yeah, yeah, yeah. I wonder if women still wear church crowns. I wonder if younger women wear
I don't know if younger women do. I don't.
them. Yeah,
No,
nah.
maybe some parts of this. I don't know if younger women do, but you see a lot of that, man.
When I
It's
was a kid growing up I went to a Baptist church. Man, like a lot of those women, they were like maybe 70. So that's the 90s. So they were born like in 1910, 1920. And a lot of them came from the deep south, man. And they have big ass crowns, man. Hold on, let me see something going solo. I swear to God, man, their crowns would be like this, I'm talking about like 5 feet in length and shit. We're in church, man. They wear these big ass crowns, man. You know? Yeah. Sometimes I wanted to say, "Excuse me, Miss, can you move that big ass crown out the way?" Yeah. Oh yeah.
CT, right quick. Is that Geo or Art?
That's G-Tron. What's up,
G-Tron.
G-Tron?
CT, right quick. Had you not found out about this, and we're gonna do another show, if you were, what would this subject have been?
I don't know. Uh, Jesus Christ, man. Something race related, maybe. I don't know.
So why do you castigate us about talking about black people all the time when you talk about black people all the time? Like we're
Because
the problem.
you guys like it. You guys like it. I would love to talk about Star Trek and Star Wars and
Oh, well,
intergalactic travel, but you guys like the black topics, man.
if
Yeah.
you like Star Trek and all that, have you ever thought about being a pilot? I mean, that's the closest you can
Oh
to
no,
Star Trek.
come on now. You crazy? No, no. I'm scared to fly. I told you I get scared to fly. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, the scariest part about flying to me is the takeoff. That's always scary. I'm like, God damn, I hate takeoffs. Now when I'm in it, now when you're flying,
Oh,
it's cool. Landings are cool too, but that takeoff is always scary.
you're scared to fly.
Nobody wants that,
I
CT.
don't say I'm scared to fly. I'm scared of the takeoff. I'm scared of
No,
the take.
nobody wants an actual intellectual conversation. Like nobody wants that, CT. Like I could sit here and give you a boring soliloquy for hours on intellectualism, on logic, philosophy, biology, chemistry, physics, mathematics, law, civics, governance, whatever. Nobody wants to hear that. They want to see me put my foot up some black person's ass. That's what they want, see.
Yeah,
That's what they want, CT. They don't care. Like CT, we're never gonna.
I know you were sending over money today, but we still got to honor the things and honor the. We're still doing a whole honor the.
Whatever he sends, I'll match it. I mean, look, man,
Yeah,
we had the death of a loved one. All right, we can go into muddy waters, but not just. I mean, come on, Gio, you got it, brother. What's up, sir?
How y'all
Go.
doing this?
What's up?
How you guys doing this evening?
I'm pretty
First
good.
of
Thank
all,
you.
first of all, it's with a heavy heart. I want to send my condolences to Miss Jenny, her son, and her whole family, her in-laws, and all her loved ones, and everybody who knew and loved them. Um, with all sincerity, I pray for the best for their family, and I'm so sorry for any hurt and harm that I ever might have said in arguments or debates in the past on this panel. And I wish them very much the best, and they're in my prayers, and they'll forever be in my prayers. Um, and I thank Jenny for all the good that she's said and all the goodwill she's shared and wished upon everybody else. And I just wanted to let that be known. I'm sorry to her family, man. I'm sorry to you, Chaotic. I'm sorry to you, Bob. I don't know who this other guy is, but if you knew her and if you cared for her, my heart goes out to you as well. And like I said, I have a heavy heart because Jenny was awesome. She was funny. And like Chaotic, you said it earlier, I caught a glimpse of the show. Like, she was a Christian. Like, when you see Jenny, you see the spirit active upon her. You see her following Jesus Christ's footsteps closely. You see it. You see, like, you could feel it. It was sincere. She walked the walk. She was one of those people where if you ever said to her, practice what you preach, she could actually say, I do, and be telling the truth. And that's very admirable, very honorable. And for her to be a married woman, a wife at such a young age, that's also very honorable and admirable. She abide by God's law. And and I hope God's spirit and God's blessing is upon her and her family and her child. I hope God watches over her son throughout his life, and I hope he has great success. And I hope he lives a million years, and I hope his life is 10 times better than his loved ones was. On another note, you guys, I love you guys the most, man. And whether whether you like someone or not, or dislike them, try to spread cheer in the world. Bob, stop laughing at me. I can be
I'm
Hey,
not
serious
real quick,
laughing
sometimes.
at you.
Lil Life said, Bob, did you have that just waiting, left a lot the hate is real? Go ahead, G-Tron, go ahead, man.
Oh, Bob, you terrify me.
Whenever you get
Well,
on, I can't help but think of the statement you said to CT. Listen, man, this show is good because breaking the rules makes things better. I can't
yeah,
get that out of my head.
it's the truth. Yeah,
Sorry, go ahead.
this is one of the rare products. This is one of the rare products in the world where the host and the creator and the owner sets a standard and a rule, and the guests and the participants break the rule, and it makes it better. That's awesome. I will say that. But
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
on a serious note, Chaotic, I your therapy, Chaotic. We're all mourning. We found out about Jenny's loss, and we're all feeling a little bit of sorrow on behalf of Jenny and her family. But Chaotic, it just so happens there's irony to this. You presented this to us, let everyone know, but it's because of you that we're going to be able to reach out to each other and have therapy. Like, you're very therapeutic. Like, it's more than just like it's a healing. It's more than just a community. There's a therapy behind it. There's a therapeutic aspect to your show that uh, it's
Keep
more than
going.
just counsel. It's more than just telling somebody right from wrong or should or shouldn't. It's a choice. You're giving people choices, and you're making people think critically, and you're allowing for the critical thinkers to express themselves, whether right or wrong, objectively. You're allowing us to speak, and you're allowing us to spill our hearts, spill our guts. And Chaotic, man, I give you big ups and big props, man. I love you guys the
Thank
most, man.
thank
Um, I actually do want to make you guys proud of me. I'm trying to become a better man and a better person every day I walk. I'm trying to be one of those guys who walks the walk. And when someone says to me, practice what you preach, I want to preach the right message so that I could try to practice the right things. You know, I I'm trying to leave and turn away from the bad life that I've been. And Jenny, if you go back and watch a lot of the streams with Jenny on them, even the ones where she would host it herself, I remember one time I was on one of my little out of town trips, and she was actually hosting the show when I jumped on the panel. It was awesome, and you know, she was always inspiring, always upbeat, and even when she was insulted or you had disagreements with her, she never insulted back. She
Never.
get ridiculed. She might correct someone, but she never ridiculed in return. She never talked bad or down to someone, whether she disagreed with them or was telling them that they were incorrect or something. She never actually would insult them, or she would never say her disagreement or her corrective statements in a harsh way. like you say, chaotic. You see the spirit, you see the Jesus in her, and she's someone we could all aspire to be like. Even though she's a woman, I'm not talking about the feminine aspect of it. I'm talking about the objectively correct aspect of it and the spiritually divine aspect of it. So
Give me, give me 1 second. Lawrence with the $50 super chat. Shout out to you, Lawrence, man. Thank you so much. CT, I do not have Cash App. Could you find a way to send at least some of this to her? Oh, all of it is gonna go to her. Thank you so much, Lawrence. Thank you so much, man. She really appreciates that. Salute to you, buddy. Go ahead, G Tron.
Lawrence.
and if they need help with the funeral arrangements, I can actually help out. Um, I'm well connected with a funeral home and the owners of the funeral home, so I could probably can actually help out with that. And I'm sorry to her family, man. I'm sorry to you guys, man. And I wish everybody the best, man. I have a heavy heart right along with you guys. That's tragic, very tragic. Not just a husband and a young man, a husband and a father, and not his loss, his life being lost, his pains and troubles are over. But it's the loved ones who lost him, the son that has to grow up, the wife that has to, the widow who has to move on and look after and raise and support a son who has to grow up. That there's a burden that's been placed on them aside from the hurt and loss of the actual absence of the person. So let's just keep her in our prayers. Those who don't believe in God, wish her well. Those who do believe in God, keep her in your prayers. Pray for their family, pray for their loved ones, and wish them the best. And anywhere and any way you can help, try to. And with that, I'll leave you guys. I gotta step inside the house. I got some company here, and I love you guys the
Thank you
most,
so
man.
much. Thank you so much.
Thanks
See
for
you,
having
Gio.
me, Chaotic. Good to see you,
Nice
Bob.
No problem.
Peace, guys.
Peace.
Take
I
care,
want
man.
to give a big shout out to everybody that sent over Cash Apps, PayPal, Super Chats. I want to give a shout out to Lawrence, Little Light, Jatron, salute to you, man. Bob, salute to you. Serious Black Thought, Frankie, Kev, Little Light, Bob, once again, Nas, 651 Mid, Synthetic, Duwale, all the way from Germany, Anton, Mao, all the way from Hawaii, John, Dunning, Bumpkin. Thank you so much, guys. Ren with the super chats. Sheena all the way from Ireland. Power Within with the super chats. Gary all the way from Canada. Imperious, salute to you, man. Imperious, man. He came through with biblical uh, um, conversation, Bob. Boobam, Abba's Child, Deborah, IRS, Frankie. Salute to you guys, man. Thank you guys so much for hitting the GoFundMe as well for all of you guys. I will be back tomorrow. Um, it will be more of a, like I said, a show, but still, sending over love to Jenny. But I got about 10 more minutes, Bob, and then I'm gonna get up out of here, man.
Oh, I really have nothing more to add. Uh, it'll be good to see you on tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know me, I'm always in the mood for a little bit of bashing heads and crazy stuff. But I will say that maybe tonight is a night where we close it out with a sincere and honest dedication to somebody's loss.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much. Serious Black Thoughts. Any last words? Man, let me get up out of here, buddy.
No, just sorry for your loss, Jenny. Hope you and your family are doing, as best as you can. It's time of tragedy.
Do we keep this show on public, or how do we do this?
I would.
You say you would?
I would, because it's nothing. The
Yeah.
bad part, we haven't talked bad, and people can still give. I mean, people can still. What reservations do you have, CT?
I don't have any reservations about it now. Well, I mean, we did start talking about the because you did ask me a question about the B people, and
Okay,
You got
now you're trying to. Okay, now you're trying to shift a little bit and make it in me. You're kind of passing the.
well, it goes into the whole thing about the Uber driver, and then it kind of delved into, and you never know if Jenny's family is watching this, and y'all don't want them to think that I mean, they
Can you
probably.
cut that? Can you cut that part out?
I could cut that part out. Yeah, I could cut that
All right,
part
but
out.
I don't want to be held responsible because you kind of you
I
you
am kind
spoke
of
with.
yeah. Sorry about that.
No, that's fine. I enjoyed it, but I mean, it's just
Yeah. Um, Scholarships, financial assets for MJ. That's Jenny's son.
Art. Are
Wow.
you in Alaska? You look cold.
Say it again.
You look cold.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's like 65 degrees out here in LA.
That's like freezing to
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
It's cold.
It's 65 to people in the East Coast is heaven on
yeah,
earth. Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
especially at night if it's 65. You know,
yeah,
that's like I'm not gonna lie, that's like heaven.
yeah. And I'm literally outside. Like,
Yeah.
if he
All
saw me,
relative. It's all relative.
if he saw me, I'm outside. But no, I didn't come here for that, man. Hey, listen, can I say this, CC?
Yeah, please do, man.
Beautiful show, man.
Thank you, sir.
Do you know? Do you know when you want to watch a good movie? Sometimes, like, you got the family in town, right? And you want to watch a good movie, and you try to find that one good movie.
Yeah, I call it a go-to.
You go to.
Go-to.
Sometimes mine's is Home Alone, Pleasantville, and many more, right? But
Yeah.
this show was like, I got the family in town, and normally I don't like these niggas.
Yeah.
CT, I really want to be outside where I'm at now.
Yeah.
But like, I put this on air, quote unquote on air, and my whole family wanted to talk about me all week. Like I've been the topic. Anyway, I don't want to go there.
Are you the topic because you were on this show, or?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, not just because of that. I've been doing this way before your show, but it's just like everywhere he goes, you know what I'm saying. And what you did tonight is like Imperious showed out, made itself look good.
Yeah, he did.
Tough guy. Bob. I don't know what to say about Bob.
Yeah.
What the hell did I do?
Bob, you're like an over under. Like my family, if my family bet on you over under, you know what I mean? Like,
I'm unfamiliar, but go ahead.
no, it's like we don't know where you're gonna go with it.
Oh, okay.
Like if I had to bet, like you kind of went over, but you came back under. Anyway, but no, this was a great show, man. One of the best experience. I say this was an experience.
Yeah.
I don't even know this woman. You get me? But my whole family under Easter was able to like, even if we were in and out, but it was a good discussion piece. It was great, man. It was great.
What time are you going on tomorrow, CT?
That's all. That's
probably sometime in the afternoon. Yeah, probably sometime in the afternoon.
Are you going to church tomorrow, CT?
No. Churches everywhere.
I thought we had church tonight, CT.
I got slapped as a kid by a family member of mine, elder family member, one time. I said, God is all. I said, and I remember it like it was yesterday. I said, why do you not curse in here, but you cuss on the outside? Wow. And I said, well, isn't God because we don't cuss in here, but I was like, well, don't you cuss outside? And I got slapped by this family member because they cursed. And I said, basically they were saying that this is God's house. And I said, well, isn't outside God's house too if he created everything? And that right there got me a good smacking.
Yeah.
Everywhere is God's house, in my opinion. You should, and this is the beauty of Jenny. You know.
I'm sorry. Time out.
Go
CT.
ahead.
If you have to urinate, I think you use a bathroom.
Yeah. Time and a place for everything. Yeah.
Mm.
You would tell me, well, I can go here because it's my piss is biodegradable.
Well, the reason why we have designated areas for urinating is because we live in a civilized society. You don't want to see somebody just
Time and a place.
But in ancient times,
Mm.
you just go where you need to go. It's God. It's all God.
CT.
Just,
CT, man.
but when you live in a city, you gotta follow the laws of the city. But in nature, you could be talking to somebody and they stand up, just pull it out, and hey man, that's
There's nothing preventing you from going other than rules and norms. There's nothing saying that you cannot physically go to the bathroom anywhere you want.
Sure.
Yet
Sure.
you are going to say that everywhere is God's house.
Well, thank you so much. Somebody said just dropped another one to catch up to Jenny. Yep, she's such a sweet woman. Yep.
Well, everywhere is my bathroom.
Yeah.
So come on, man. If you say you don't want to go to church, I can deal with that. Believe me.
No.
But don't try to say you can pray anywhere any more than you can piss anywhere.
Bob.
He's the one that's saying it.
But imagine mid-conversation.
No, see, look, all right, you don't get this guy, man. He has no respect for us. I mean, he does respect
You were asking me when I'm going to church tomorrow, and I'm telling you, church is everywhere.
So you can piss anywhere.
Yeah,
that's different. That's different.
What's the difference between pissing and praying?
Well, if you had 1 million people in a 5-mile radius just pissing and stuff, I mean, think about the amount of disease and pathogens and all that stuff with that bodily fluid. But praying anywhere, and I ain't harming me if a whole bunch of people just start praying in the park.
How does it harm you if I piss in the parking lot?
Well, you might get suplexed by the police.
Okay, but I'm saying, how is it harming you?
I get suplexed by the police.
CT.
That's a wrestling move I haven't heard in a while, by the way. I always like the suplex too. That was kind of neat. Yeah.
By the police.
Can I ask you a question, Bob?
Yes.
Are you equivalating praying in the middle of a parking lot to defecating in the middle of a parking lot? Like, are you comparing like those same, like, I just break down and pray? Is that what you're doing?
To answer that question, I'm leading you through CT's logic that he doesn't go to church under the guise of I can pray anywhere because God's house is everywhere. And I'm saying, well, fine. I can go to the bathroom anywhere because there's nothing stopping me from going to the bathroom. I don't need to go to the bathroom. I can piss right in front of my front lawn.
I mean, if you sit back and think about it, a church is just something that some apes, they mix some concrete together, they built it, put some piping in it, and called it a church. But truth be told, the entire universe is a church if you sit back and think about it.
Oh, don't do this. Don't do this. Hey, are you trying to say that a bathroom is more sacred than church?
What I'm trying to say is that my brain is so swamped right now. I can't really.
Don't give me that. Don't give me that, man.
But no, you're comparing.
No,
there's a reason why we don't urinate in front of each other. It's kind of but praying. Well, why be righteous everywhere? You don't have to just be righteous in church. Be righteous everywhere.
CT, if you sat down and started praying in front of people, they would think this is kind of weird.
No, believe it or not, and Formula EOSBM, that's my friend in real life. I've known her since we were teenagers. We knew a girl who used to pray over just now and later. Swear to God, I used to make fun of her in college.
You're lying, CT.
I swear,
CT.
If Formula EOSBM is somehow watching this, she can tell you that there was a girl that she used to hang out with, and I used to make fun of her. It could be some now and laters, or how we used to say in the hood, now laters.
Now laters.
And she would pray over a now later.
Okay.
Sirius is gone. He said, I can't deal with it. Okay. All right.
Now later. Yeah.
I think, Bob, I think you're making this a little too simple. You're simplifying the conversation. Um, I don't think it's just not Bob. Bob, hear me out. Hear me out.
No, I was looking at the chat. Go ahead. You good? You good?
Yeah, yeah, no, no. Um, no. Expound a little bit more. I'm Bob. I'm a little confused. I'm a little confused. Sorry about that.
Look, CT, you can pray anywhere, no one knows, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay.
All right. You can also piss in your pants, and no one will know.
Yeah.
It'll be a stain, though, Bob. It'll be a stain.
Yeah.
No one's really gonna know. I mean, no one's really gonna know. I mean, no one's. I mean, they may over time, but I'd rather CT say I don't go to church because it's boring. I don't go to church because I want to get up. But giving me the excuse of I don't want to go to church because I can go and pray anywhere, where quite frankly, I don't think CT prays hardly at all.
No, believe it or not, I do. Believe it or not, I do.
Okay.
I do believe in that. Yeah, I do believe in it.
I'll accept that.
Because prayer is manifestation.
Don't do this. Don't give me no. This is getting some metaphysical new age crap.
It's real. Prayer is manifestation. I mean, it's a manifestation. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, when I piss, that's metaphysical too. All right. If I piss on the ground, that's metaphysical. I'm physically metaing peace. The point I'm trying to simply make is just say, hey, I don't want to go to church. All right. My lady knows this. I don't like to go to church. I think church is boring.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's because you go to Catholic church, or it's BD. I'm done with the abusive relationship between myself and the Knicks. Yeah, the Knicks suck, bro. You go. It's not that you go to a boring church. It's you go to a white Catholic church. You got to go to a Baptist church, man. If you want to have some fun.
I'd be in there for 5 hours.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What? But Bob, when Imperius spoke today, you didn't feel a connection with
Imperius did a great job.
You didn't feel like at least Imperius was connected to a higher power when he was talking. Like, no, I'm not even being funny. Imperius felt like he was connected.
Yeah.
He was speaking through a more outer body like experience type of thing. Do you understand that? Like, have you ever had? Okay,
I didn't hear Imperius.
Bob, this is the better question I want to ask you. Have you ever had an outer body experience with the real world?
Little light with the $5 super chat says, Bob, the answer is John 3:19 and 21. Go ahead, Bob. Let me get up out of here. You want to answer that question to Art?
Other than trauma responses, but nothing where I prayed so hard I felt like I was floating.
Okay.
CT, you're getting tired. I'm not gonna cut you off, Art. I can see you're going down. I really think it's kind of dirty that you're playing with God and saying I can pray to you anywhere, rather than going to a specific place where He kind of wanted us to go. But that's your relationship with the Lord. Who am I to judge?
Wolfpack says our deepest sympathies are with you, Ginny and MJ. As you steer through this season of sorrow, may God grant you peace and strength. That was very nice, Wolfpack. Thank you so much. I'm out of here, Bob. Thank you so much. I will be back tomorrow. You guys were incredible today. We did an incredible job with the GoFundMe and super chats and everything.
You got an idea of time, sir?
Probably 1 o'clock, 1 or 2 o'clock, maybe.
So that's
maybe even in the morning. Maybe even in. Oh yeah, that might be too early for you.
So about 12 hours.
Yeah.
No, we're dying Easter eggs over here, so we'll be up early.
All right, have a good one, man. Thank you guys so much.
All right, Bob. Good talking to you. Thank you, man. So much. Hey, listen, this was
yeah.
I don't think nobody else could have did this. You touched so many souls, so many lives. Rest in peace to Ginny.
Well, Ginny's not. It's her.
No, not Ginny. Excuse me. Ginny's husband. Excuse me.
Yeah.
My condolences to MJ, which is the son, right?
Yeah, the son. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think you did. I've never seen nothing done like this before. I don't even know this lady. I got really emotional over this. I had to come in and out. You're the best, man. You did a great job. You did a great job, bro. If
Thank you so
anything was
much.
ever to happen to me, I want you to represent me, bro. I'll say that.
Thank you
Like,
so much.
all right, love you, bro. I'm gone.
Thank you so much. I love y'all, all you guys. Man, you guys were incredible, man. Thank you guys so much, man. I will be back. Maybe not in in the morning, but definitely the afternoon. Once again, Jenny, we love you, and um, sending over condolences again and prayers to you again, guys. Salute to you all. All the cash apps and PayPal's that I received went to Jenny and MJ. Um, just to let you know. And you guys did an incredible job with the GoFundMe. I will be back tomorrow, guys. Have a good one. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much.